So after pulling the cap, we can see that we have a wire that was definitely getting corroded and burnt up. The inside of the cap doesn't look too bad, but the other problem is that we were looking at the inside of this boot that went onto that plug, and it's a little rusty in there, so we were going to get another set of wires for it. But yeah, that just fell off the spark plug, so that might be the reason why this thing wasn't running right. Maybe, hopefully.
Trying a little bit of voiceover work here, but basically, this truck, the ignition system was completely messed up on it. Truck's got 700,000+ miles on it, so it's kind of expected, but obviously it's not the original cap or anything like that, but it is the original throttle body, and the fuel injectors are finally giving up the ghost. So I'll be covering it in a later video, but this truck is not 100% fixed yet because we need to rebuild the throttle body that's on this truck. So but as we can see sitting right here, Bandit is doing a great job of holding the shop down, and he thinks you should like and subscribe to the channel. So yeah. So next vehicle on the day is my nephew's girlfriend's early 2000s Grand Prix. I don't remember the exact year, but we were just doing some body work on it anyway. So as you can see here, the door panel lower piece had been ripped off at some point in time, and the rocker molding has been completely loose and was flapping. So we're going to go through and pull all of this off, clean it all, and reattach it the best we can. The rocker is rusted out on this vehicle, but we'll be able to get this place back on there, so it's going to look pretty decent here at the end. So on with our theme of Maintenance Monday. A friend of ours who races our C-Cars with us is stopped by the house with his new truck, his trailer that he's had for a couple of years. The brakes weren't working right on him. He was noticing it a lot with his new truck. Well, come to find out, basically none of the brakes in the trailer worked right for a couple of years. So we've had to, somebody had used wire nuts, like for a house, on the brake system on this truck, on the trailer. So I decided I was going to fix all of that, solder everything up, heat shrink it all together, make sure it's all working properly, and get him back on the road. But again, Maintenance Monday, we're just going through doing a whole bunch of random things on the same day, basically.
We have a girlfriend in here now, and she is up on jack stands because we removed the drive shaft. We've had a carrier bearing going out on this truck for a while, so we decided, sorry about that, we decided that we're going to change that. In the process of doing that, we may have found some issues with some U-joints, so we may end up just replacing a whole bunch on this drive shaft, but right now we're just trying to figure out what we're doing with it. So I have the drive shafts out of the girlfriend right now. And the reason is we were going to replace just the carrier bearing. It was bad, it was wobbling. I actually ended up having to cut this out. As you can see, when it comes out in 3 pieces, it's probably no longer any good. But we got it out. We got the new carrier bearing right here on the drive shaft. It's doing great. But the issue is I have a couple bad U-joints in this. So if we look at this one, we can see that it flops back and forth nice and easily. It's got a lot of easy play in it. But it's definitely bad on one side. So we're going to end up having to replace the front drive shaft, or front U-joint. And then we found an issue with the pinion yoke, and we're going to end up having to change the pinion yoke and the rear U-joint. So you might as well just do all 3 of them because we have it all out and we're here. But right now that's the plan for where this thing is going to be at for the next couple days, is us just organizing all of this to be able to put the drive shaft back in there and get rid of this speed wobble that we have at about 40 miles an hour. It starts shaking the truck, and once you get past that, it would be fine, but that's where the carrier bearing was bad. And as always, one thing led to another, and now we're in a rabbit hole. So we're trying to get out of the rabbit hole. So, all right, let's get to it. Got the drive shaft back in the girlfriend. It's been a couple days. I had to order a new yoke. This yoke is the original one. It's probably got over 400,000 miles on it. It's got some wear on the where the seal's at on there. But more importantly, it is cracked on the inside of where this U-joint cap would go at. And when we were pressing it in, it actually blew out part of this. So could I have used it? Possibly. But it was a fairly inexpensive part, so I just went ahead and got a new one, had it shipped in, and was able to get it back together, and we got the drive shaft back in with a new carrier bearing. But that was the big holdup on this, is making sure that we had the yoke right. So we ordered one of those, got that in, we're good to go.
Before we end this week's video, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed to our channel, and if you haven't, go ahead and like and subscribe. But this isn't the end of the videos or anything like that. We're just coming close to ending on Clayton C10. We'll be doing a couple more videos for it, showing the 5.3 and everything and what we've done to it. But the video series itself was kind of a walk along, so you can see the process of going through everything. We'll continue to make videos and continue to do random things, because that's what we do here at Denny's Garage. But again, thank you for everybody who has liked and subscribed so far. It honestly does mean a lot to us. So, if you want to keep up to date more with Denny's Garage, we do have an Instagram, and we generally post some pictures and some things on there that don't ever really make it to YouTube, but that'll keep you more up to date about what's going on. Our videos are a couple days behind, but not too bad.